These are the cheapest condos in downtown Toronto right now. You would not believe these numbers. Hello and welcome to Toronto Condo Hub. My name is Dr. Marco and I'm your trusted real estate agent here in Toronto. Today, we are looking at a few of the cheapest condominiums that have been sold in the past couple of weeks in downtown Toronto. All of them come with a tag price of lower than $350,000, and some of them would even generate a positive cash flow for the owners, which is unbelievable in these market conditions. Let's get into these. So the first one is Unit 1818 at 251 Jarvis Street, right at the heart of downtown Toronto, where all the Ryerson or TMU campuses are located. This one came as a one-bedroom, one-bath apartment without parking, which offered almost 500 square feet of living space in a very well-known condominium in downtown Toronto. It's been listed for $359 and it's been sold after over 2 months being in the market just 2 weeks ago for $342,000. This price is unbelievable. So lower than $350,000, you could own this one-bedroom apartment in downtown Toronto. The second one is Unit 1221, again in the same building at 251 Jarvis Street. Again, this was another one-bedroom, one-bath apartment, offered 450 square feet, which has been listed for over 1 month on the market, and then finally being sold for $340,000. Another example is a very well-known and well-reputable building at 85 or 87 Peter Street, Unit 2005. This was the studio apartment, which offered just above 400 square feet of a living space. It was on the market for almost a month. It's been sold right at $350,000. Just by looking at the pictures, you can appreciate how well maintained this building and this unit specifically was, which gave the owner an unobstructed view in downtown Toronto. Another building was at the heart of downtown Toronto, right at Yonge and Wellesley at 28 Wellesley Street East, just steps away from the Wellesley subway station, unit number 2610. Again, one of the most reputable buildings and apartments in downtown, especially for students, with a lot of potential as an investment income. This was a studio apartment without parking, which offered a small space of 321 square feet, which was sold for only $337,000. The other one, which is my favorite actually, that's Unit 3802 at 252 Church Street. This is one of the newest buildings in downtown Toronto, right across TMU campus. This studio apartment without parking was sold for $347,000 in over 25 days being on the market. This specific property was a very nice example of a knowledgeable buyer and investor. Why? Because after they purchased the property, they also leased the property very soon, just right after being owned the property for $1,950. Again, because of the location, and of course, the property being very new and very well maintained and very popular among students, they could easily find a tenant for this property. Let's look at the cash flow for this one specific apartment, just to give you an example of what the numbers would add up. So they purchased the property for $347,000. If we say the mortgage term of 25 years with 4% annual interest rate, that means that if they pay only 20% of the purchase price, they should pay $72,000 as a down payment. Also, the mortgage payment monthly would be roughly $1,500. Let's say $100 as a property tax monthly, 271 as a maintenance cost, and we already know that they could rent the property immediately for 1,950. That would add up for having a positive cash flow of just $47. This is very new in these market conditions. So the owners can buy the property at such a low price, and thanks to the interest rates getting lower and lower with the Bank of Canada, they actually can end up having a positive cash flow, which we haven't seen for the past couple of years. This is a great indication that this is the right timing to get into this market. And the last one is a prominent example of, getting the best value of your investment dollar. Again, at 251 Jarvis Street, Unit 1014, this studio apartment offered 357 square feet of a living space, and it's been sold in October 9 for just $300,000. Imagine owning your own property at the heart of downtown Toronto, one of the most diverse and livable places on the planet, for only $300,000. This is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to get into the market and get and purchase their first property. If you want to learn more, please do reach out to me at torontocondohub@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you to find these great opportunities that can build your future. This was Dr. Marco from Toronto Condo Hub, and until next time, have a good one.